This one is a question about identity and access management system integration IAM SI job. And it's from Kevin. He says, I have an interview for an IAM specialist for identity and access management next week. Okay, so this is long past this time, but this might help someone else. Any pointers? The description looks like it's mainly administrative in nature. I don't have much IAM experience other than what I'm learning from AWS SA Associate, but I do have a Jamf Active Directory and Office 360 experience that would crossover. Thanks. So I would honestly, Kevin, and anybody else watching this, I would really have to see what the job description was in order to fully answer this question. And in the past, what I've done is I've taken the job description. Some people send me their job description, they send me their resume, and I'm able to see, okay, let me see if this is a good matchup between, this is what you can do on your own. Take the job description and then read through it, right? Of course, read through it. Look at your own resume. How does your resume match up with the job description? What you want to do on the interview, just to give you a couple pointers, is have thoroughly read through what the requirements are for the job description and talk about those whenever you can. Because what you're doing is you're telling them, listen, I meet all your requirements, or I meet most of your requirements, and here's where I even go above and beyond your requirements. So if they say, hey, we're looking for somebody who knows how to manage Active Directory, whenever they're asking you questions, you want to take the time to read, if you can, verbatim what their requirement is and tell them how you can satisfy that. So if it said, we're looking for someone to manage our Active Directory, you would use their own words against them. You'd say, so when they're asking you questions about your experience, you'd say, well, I have an expert level of experience managing Active Directory. I've done it for 3 years straight in a large environment, and so I'm really excited about getting into another role like that. So that's what you want to use, like what you read in their description, to tell them, hey, I'm ready to, not only am I ready to do this, but I have experience doing this. I've done it before. So that's one thing you can do. Another big one that you really want to play up to is to tell them that you are okay, not only okay, but excellent in working with teams. And the reason why that's important, it's important to tell them that you are a team player and that you work well in teams, is because most large projects are done in teams. All right. So there are situations where they want you to work by yourself independently. You don't need any help. You don't need somebody looking over your shoulder. Of course, you can work on your own, and that's great. That's cool. I'm not saying that you should be one of these people that have to have somebody constantly telling you what to do or anything. But what you're emphasizing is that you're not just a team player, but you work very well in teams, and you can deal with difficult customers. You want to say those words too, because that's the thing, especially in large projects where you're dealing directly with the client. Number one, you're going to have to work with a team. You don't have to know everything. If you're the Active Directory guy, you don't have to know the firewalls, but you can talk to those guys on the team who are experts in the firewall. So read through their resume. Read through their job description. Focus on their requirements. Be ready to repeat the requirements back and tell them what you can do for them with those requirements. And then go into, hey, I'm excellent in working with teams. I'm not telling you to lie here. If you're not excellent working with teams, obviously probably find another job. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, if you can't work with a team, don't tell, I'm really good at working with teams, but you suck at it. No, I'm not telling you to lie. I'm telling you to tell them where you have worked with teams and you did well working with a team, that you're a team player, right? Very important to a large organization, especially large organizations. Another thing is difficult customers, because especially if you're customer facing, If you're customer facing, that means you are talking directly to their clients, to their customers, to another company who's their B2B and they make all their money off of them. You want to say, yeah, I am excellent at working with difficult customers. Every now and then we do have difficult customers, but here's how I handled it. Because if you're customer facing, you will experience difficult or needy customers, and they want to know that this, because not every IT person can handle that. A lot of IT guys cannot handle it. Now, they can't even handle regular customers, but you telling them, hey, I'm good with this, I'm a pro at this, I've done this before, it's going to put you above the rest. So those are my recommendations for anyone going to an interview doing IT, particularly with security compliance or in IAM, in administrative. Any of those is who I'm speaking to.